Your institution represents the effort of leading institutions in the private sector to absorb technology, newer trends, and continue to serve the customer within what is a really heavily regulated sector. Perhaps you might want to say off record, over-regulated, but I know you won't comment on that here. What, according to you, is the biggest strategic shift that the banking industry has to take? Is it to adapt to newer technology, the advent of AI, or the fact that this generation, future generation of borrowers has a mindset of zindagi na milegi dobara?
I do believe when I'm looking at, when people started, so let me pick AI as the topic first. When I started hearing of AI and started looking at what use cases people were talking about, and normally, the people who teach you first are the consultants who have actually experienced how some of these new technologies, new processes, new frameworks are getting implemented across the world. I was not that impressed. I appeared, more of talk at that time, and there were some use cases. But in last 2 years, the pace at which the new use cases are coming, and what is happening, and what you can feel, touch, and I'll give you an example very soon, is just amazed me. So firstly, AI is coming. It will have an impact. It will have impact across two broad dimensions. I'll just keep it simple. One is obviously it will allow you to become more efficient and cut your costs in a big way, or do things where a human being intervention is not required, so you can cut costs. And second is that you can now reach to a customer in ways which you had never imagined before. So it will have both a sales and a cost impact. I'll just give you an example. We were sitting, the Axis Bank people were sitting in a dinner, and we were there. We had just developed a model for collection of money, agentic model, which could speak. And our people, bankers think very smart. So they started playing with the model and started saying that I don't want to pay the money. And it was just amazing how this voice bot, which you developed, which is obviously based on AI, would just not give up. One of our people said, okay, I'll give you money on 30th of February. And she said, please, it looks like you don't want to pay the money because you're naming a date which does not make sense. And would not give up, by the way. Would not give up. I think your intention is wrong. You don't intend to pay. I mean, it just went on and on. So I'm just saying that the kind of technology that has come in, it is giving answers which you can't even think of yourself sitting there, right? So I'm seeing more and more use cases across all parts of business. It is actually worrisome when, if that is what the model could do today, when we were kind of just looking at it, sitting in a dinner, you wonder whether you need a human being at all in your collection model, because your voice bot can do 10 times better job than an individual. Get frustrated and start screaming, shouting, given the kind of answers some of our smart bankers were giving. So my view is AI is here to stay. It will make a huge difference. All of us are testing it. All of us have already implemented parts of it in our business. And we believe in the next 12 months, the kind of things we'll be introducing in the systems, obviously thinking through all the implications of it, would mean a huge impact on costs and sales. For sure.
Also a huge impact on future employment if there were...
It could. I mean, I don't want to go there because one will always assume that the human beings will be able to upgrade themselves and then do things which upgrade their skill set. Yes, but, I read a great article written by someone which said that a lot of people were doing accounting. In one job, if accounting was a very small part of your job, you started doing more physical work. In case of accountants, where just adding and subtracting was a small part of your job, you actually got upgraded. So depending on what kind of job you're doing, you could move up the value chain or you could go down the value chain, depending on what job or what skill sets you bring to the table. But yes, it would mean we have to change the way we think. It would mean we have to upgrade ourselves. It would mean we have to do maybe different jobs, for sure. As far as other technology is concerned, yes, I think what AI or any technology would allow you to do is to be able to take solutions, services to a customer at the individual level. If I was to explain the biggest difference the technology would make is right now all of us develop products and solutions which are meant for a certain kind of audience. It could mean millions of people and they have the same solution. These technologies will allow you to curate something for an individual customer based on how I personify that customer. And there is technology which will personify me, for example, very, very well. It will come out with needs which I have not imagined. And if that personification can happen at that level, then obviously I will go and buy products from that firm which will be able to personify me to that extent. So that's the biggest change we're seeing. And I think all the institutions, large institutions, investing huge amounts of money in it. It is a tsunami. It will come and hit us. Now, the issue is who takes advantage of that and who kind of just gets blown away by it.